So today is day 12, which means we get to sing "Oh, halfway there, oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, I'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer, living on a prayer." Ooh. Another Mothie and the Squid beauty. This one is called Caribbean Reef Squib. So, I've not been to the Caribbean, but ooh, sunglasses to go with it. Very pretty, almost leopard print glasses. If you can hear my dog running around like a maniac, I apologise ever so much. But yeah, look at this beauty. I'm just going to take the racket out because that would be annoying. So it's like a minty green base with speckles, millions of speckles. I have a fuchsia pink and a slightly spearmintier green and some purple. Now, again, let's have a look at these purple speckles. Where do they go? There's one, oh sorry, there's one there. There's some here. So, oh, and there's a blue one there. So this sort of thing interests me because I'm like, is that the colour that the dyer thought they were putting on, or is it a colour that has like broken as the dyes have got hot or whatever? So I can't see any other blue speckles. But the purple are quite prominent. Maybe there's one there. The purple's quite prominently speckled. But yeah, I mean, this is obviously why we buy and pay so much for indie dyed yarn. It's because you're never going to get two things the same. And because of the nature of the dye, you get these really interesting pops of different, because sometimes it could be a green and a pink, or an orange and a blue, or something like that. Something that makes up that colour will pop through. And then you know that nobody else in the whole world has got a skein the same as yours. And that's why we pay the monies, pay the big bucks. I've got it on my, I might get it out later, my Maritimo t-shirt, where I had 3 skeins of the same yarn from the same dyer. It was from Dye Candy, whom I love. And it was, I always want to call it periwinkle, but that isn't what it is. Pennywise. So Pennywise is in The Clown, which is not my jam, but it definitely is Hutch's jam. And on one skein, some of the orangey bits had like pink speckles on them. I think, or was it green? I can't remember. I'll show you later. And it just looked amazing. I think there's like one on like the back of one of my shoulders. And I'm like, awesome. There's no one else in the world that's going to have that jumper like mine. Because A, so far I don't think anyone else has chosen to use the same colours. And B, my colour has got a break in it. So I know that that's definitely my sweater. Awesome! Right then, day 13. Unlucky for some, but not for us. This is Mum's Mothie and the Squid Advent Calendar. Today is called something bobtail squid. I never knew there were so many squids. And this is it's a fantastic, no, it's not Fantastic Beasts. It's a Harry Potter book. Pin. Yay. Why isn't it focusing on it? I am excited. I'm just trying to get the camera to focus. Sorry, my mother's criticising my podcasting skills. Oh, it keeps focusing on the background. Come on. I can't remember what it's called. It's not Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The Monster Book of Monsters, that's it. Woohoo! To go on is that better? Yeah! Woohoo! To go on my bag with all my pins on it, which I might give you a tour of later. And this bad boy, bobtail squid. Look at that. So it's a navy with some brighter blue and some purple. It might even have black. That bit there looks like black rather than navy. Lovely. I think this would make a brilliant sweater. I mean, you know, not this size, because I'm slightly bigger than that. But this colour might make a nice no-frill sweater with some funky coloured mohair. So that's going in the blanket bag. Here we go, Mum's advent calendar. And I've got another scrunchie. Woo! Which is black. Obviously goes with my Hogwarts outfit. Oh, I've got another, what do you call it? Progress stitch marker, knitting diva. It's not only my knitting queen, I'm a knitting diva. And then a Mothy and the Squid, spring iris yarn. Just beautiful. Like lavenders, neutrals, naturals even, and then little darker speckles. Ooh. I do love a purple. So this is Mum's Mothy and the Squid advent calendar. Apparently it's not all Mothy and the Squid. And I have a, if it'll focus. There we go. A knitted needle, knitted needles and thread stitch marker. Progress, no, stitch marker. Oh, woohoo! I mean, you can never have enough stitch markers and progress keepers, really.
400.
Mother. Thank you. And then, oh, this one isn't a Mothy and the Squid. But it's a nice neutral colour with some blues and pinks and purples, which will look lovely with some of the Mothy and the Squid. Hang on. So, oh, yesterday's is, oh no, it is here. Look at those two, they'll look nice together, won't they? In the blanket that I will eventually make with my minis. Lovely. Here we go. Mum's Mothy and the Squid advent calendar. And today it is spring iris. Which again is quite, is that spring iris as well? Oh, I have got two the same. I could do something different with those. Lovely. And this, ooh, this badge says Stupefy. I'm loving all these spell badges. They're really great. Stupefy. So here we go, Mum's advent calendar, or as I like to call it, the Mothy and the Squid advent calendar. A little bit of rustling. And we've got peacock flower. I couldn't like a peacock. Which is this lovely red and orange and yellow number. Very warm and tasty. That'll do well with another little tree. Stitch marker. Yay! So here is day 12 of the Shut Down Sheepy Lane Harry Potter themed advent calendar. Ooh. Now yesterday's was Marauder's map. So what do we think of this? It's a lovely, like, steely colour, steely white, grey colour. With this, like, little, I would call that like a smudge of deep blue, which goes down it. There's a speckle of purple there, and there's teeny speckle of orange. There. A bit more blue. I wonder if it's something to do with lupin and the full moon, or if it's a Patronus. Have a look, shall we? I've got the letter thingy over here, which is getting quite difficult now. Expecto Patronum. I was right the second time. Expecto Patronum. There we go. My Patronus is it's either a shrew or a vole. And I was like, that's just weird. Or is it a stoat? It's a stoat. My Patronus is a stoat, apparently. Which one feels is a bit strange. I don't feel very stoaty. I definitely don't have any stealth like a stoat. But yeah. Expecto Patronum. There we go. Okay, and the Harry Potter one. Ooh, that looks very festive. Greens and reds. Do you mind, guys? And a bit of yellow as well. And some black on the back, it looks like, or maybe it's brown. Lovely. What's it called? Hang on, I've got to find my letter. It is called, the burrow. Maybe it's the burrow at Christmas time. Lovely. That'll go in my scarf. Here we go. Harry Potter Advent Calendar. Look at this one. This is called the Golden Snitch. It's in golden paper. It's a golden colour. It's not very speckled or gradienty or anything like that, which is absolutely fine, because the rest of them have been. Getting a little bit, there we go. I've got a little bit more golden than it's coming up on the screen. But yeah. The Golden Snitch. Now, is anyone else getting a little bit intimidated by their advent calendars? I know this sounds like a weird thing, but my advent calendar is, I've got 3 balls wound up ready to go in my scarf, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 others ready to go in, and that's just one advent calendar. The second advent calendar I've barely started using. But to do this and then to do a Christmas Eve cast on just seems a bit silly. Although I am going to cast on my Your Wool socks. I've made my decision. Right, there we go. There we go. What's it going to be? Ooh. It's definitely another more Christmassy one. In fact, I think we've got one very similar already. More of a bright green and a red. What was yesterday's? Yesterday's was Expecto Patronum. I don't know what that could be. I know yesterday's was the Golden Snitch. This is the Buzzing Beetle. So that is very good. Very good colours. Acid Pop Green and bright red talons. So that is Rita Skeeter, which I think is very representative of Rita Skeeter. I like that a lot. So day 16 of the Down Sheepy Lane Harry Potter Advent Calendar. Ooh. Oh, it's quite like peppermint barky almost. There's like greens and pinks and teals and purples. I like that one. A lot of neutrals. Oh, there's even some orangey speckles. Very nice. So, I got the wrong letter. I don't know why my letter's gone with all the colours on it. What do we think that one could be? I'll have to find it. So this one is Your Ball, which is very interesting and very different from my other Your Ball sock set. But I like it a lot. So day 17 of the Down Sheepy Lane Harry Potter Advent Calendar is Dolores Umbridge. It's a nice pink with some speckles of purple. If I can get it to focus. Nope. More purple there. More purple there. Come on, camera. Sort you like that. Not doing it. Refusing to focus. Refusing. Oh, there's a nice bit of purple speckle there. If it only... Oh, there we go. Nope, gone again. Anyway, Dolores Umbridge. It's a perfect colour for her. It's frosty this morning, guys. Frosty, although not actually that. I thought it would be frostier. It kind of gives up halfway through the field. I think it's like the second frost since the summer. Not that we had frost in the summer. But he loves it. Loves a bit of frost. As long as I can stay inside. So this is how we roll in my house. We're loving the natural tree. I think a couple of days ago I put this bad boy up because it was already down here from last year and looks pretty sweet. And then yesterday I put my smelly decorations up that I got from Bath Christmas Market. And then Mum's come in this morning. I think our friend has made her these. I mean, we probably could do it ourselves, but never mind. These like paper pieced stars out of Christmas fabric. Can I focus? There we go. She's put 3 of those on this morning. And I got a feeling we might be getting the Christmas decorations box out of the loft later, but the tree went up Sunday. Today is Wednesday, and this is how far we've got with decorating the tree. Not as far as some people would, but it's because the tree just looks so beautiful without decorations. We like to enjoy it for a little bit first. So this morning we got the box out of the loft with all the decorations on, even. I started to decorate Gunther. There's stars on top already, and so far I've put all the fibery, fabricy type of ornaments on the tree. So they're all either knitted or they're fabric related in some way. Some of them are already on there, to be fair. They go on the tree first because obviously they're the most important. The one I like the most, this is a souvenir decoration from Paris. It's a fleur-de-lis in the Ravenclaw colours.
If it's not, you can cut the beginning and back.
Hey, all right?
Yeah, I did get an early night. I still want to do my
Does anyone else think this is looking like it could be a bit rude? Father Christmas just fired out a Christmas tree. Morning, guys. So I've been signed off work till Sunday with labyrinthitis, which means pretty much every time I move my head I feel dizzy, my vision goes blurred, and then that makes me feel sick. I've not been sick. I'm not. Yes. What do you want? Want a cuddles? No? Do you want a kisses? Not sure. Do you want a din-dins? Maybe? Fizzoies? Ah, is it? Right, we'll go out in a minute. As you can see, my dog is very intelligent and has a way of telling me exactly what he wants. In fact, he also has a bell somewhere so he can press it when he wants to go for a walk. He's now smelling the tree. That's an interesting look for him. That tree's been there days, Jonah. Why are you just smelling it now? I don't know. What are you doing? What? Is it Jonah? Okay, you think I'm talking to somebody else. Yeah. So my vision goes, sorry, there we are. My vision goes blurred and then I feel sick because I feel dizzy and my vision goes blurred, not because I want to be sick. So that's fun times for me, which is why I'm currently kneeling on the floor. So I've been lying on the floor. Sorry, the camera's making my skin go funny. So the next couple of days of Vlogmas may not be the most fun Vlogmas you've ever witnessed in the world ever, but I will try my best. I've also just woken up, which is why my face looks saggy. I'm getting old. Yeah, right. Advent calendar time. So guys, I thought today's Kate's Fun Facts could be what I am watching in terms of Vlogmas. And here is my search list on YouTube on the TV. So, down here is the British ones. Now, Ever the Optimist, I don't think is doing Vlogmas. She's my friend Kate, or Kate the Second, as she's affectionately known. But my friend Kim is. This is Kim, who owns Alternate Universe in Cleve, just outside, 20 minutes outside Bristol. And she's been doing Vlogmas, so I've been watching hers. She does a really cool thing in that she hasn't necessarily filmed everything on the day, so she's thought about it beforehand, obviously because she runs her own business and things, so she's got things that are super interesting that she can just add in when she needs to. She does a good job of editing. I don't really edit, and she wants to teach me because then she can watch my podcast and enjoy it rather than hate it all the time. Not that she hates it, she's never said she hates it, but yeah. Then we've got the Stranded podcast. So that is Amy of Stranded Dyeworks. This year she's doing Vlogmas, which she's not done before, which is great. But it's kind of swapped in and out. So Amy is doing Vlogmas, which I love. And Katie of Inside Number 23 isn't doing Vlogmas because she has a small human attached to her most of the day. And I think the small human, who is only 5 weeks old, probably deserves a little bit more attention than a camera does. Hashtag just saying. So then we've got the Knit Vicariously Vlogmas. I absolutely love Caroline. Is it Caroline? I think so. Of Knit Vicariously, or Dundonit, as I just call her. She's great. I really enjoy her style. And she's not only doing Vlogmas, but she's also podcasting as well, which is crazy town. But hey, if that's what she wants to do with her life, who am I going to stop her? Who am I going to stop her? Who am I to stop her? Then above that is the Corner of Craft. That's Hannah. And she is a yarn dyer from, well, I don't know if she's from Nottingham, but she lives in Nottingham. And she just, I mean, it's like having a friend in your living room. I forget that she's not actually here. I mean, we're not exactly friends. Not that we're not friends. I mean, we've met at Woolen and stuff, and we chat and things, but as in we don't ever really hang out because she lives far away. But yeah, it's like having her here, which is absolutely great. And then we've got Yarnia Designs. That's my friend Hannah. She does not do Vlogmas every day because she has a life and work, and she works shift work like I do and things. And she has like a partner and a dog and stuff. And I just don't, yeah, if it's not viable to do it every day, don't do it. But she does a wonderful Vlogmas. So that is my English contingent. And then I have my American contingent. Oh no, the Knitting Expert is in the wrong place. Well, she's kind of both. So we've got Sweet Sparrow Knits. She's the dyer behind Sweet Sparrow Yarns, and everything is sweet and sparrowy. And the Sweet Sparrow Knits and Brooklyn Knit Folk are like best friends ever in life. And everything is blush. No matter what the shade of a colour is, it doesn't matter, it's still blush. Because blush apparently is the best shade in the world of everything. It could be pink, it's blush. It could be cream, it's blush. It could be purple, it's blush. It could be orange, it's blush. The word blush is used a lot in those podcasts, which is great because I never used the word blush. And also, when I first started watching Brooklyn Knit Folk, the word chartreuse was used a lot as well. What's been really great is that Sweet Sparrow Yarns has done a advent calendar. And so Sweet Sparrow Yarns is opening it, and Brooklyn Knit Folk is opening it. And it's really interesting listening to how each of them describe the colour. I think there was one called Starlight, and Sweet Sparrow Yarns was like, oh, it's like a buttery colour. And then Jacqueline of Brooklyn Knit Folk was like, oh, it's like an orangey colour. I was like, oh, it's really interesting how, like, it's the same colour, but people just describe things differently. I like it, 'cause I'm a bit weird like that. Then in between them, we've got the Knitting Expat. Her vlog is kind of a knitting podcast, but also spinning and mainly child rearing. I've learnt a lot about child rearing since watching. Actually, no, that's a lie. I haven't learnt that much because I've worked in nurseries and been a teacher for so long. But it's interesting to see children at home rather than in a professional setting. But yeah, I wonder now that she's living in the UK, she might change it to the Layla podcast, because a lot of it is watching Layla, which is great because, I mean, Layla is super clever. I love her. She's not like using words to talk yet, but she communicates on such a deep level. It's amazing to watch how she's developing. But yeah, and then above that is Vine, who I found out today has one Vlogmas post so far, which is absolutely fine because, again, she has, you know, a life and things. She runs her own company, Dyeing Yarn, as well. And actually, let's not put too much pressure on each other to have to do something every day if we don't want to do it. If we start it and then halfway through we can't, you know. Let's all just relax a bit. But yeah, so those are my general podcasts that I watch as often as possible. And they're my Vlogmas podcast as well. And they're the only one that I try and religiously watch when it's posted, apart from these, is Inside Number 23. Obviously, Ever the Optimist at the bottom. I think that's it. But I do listen to, they're not doing Vlogmas, but I do listen to the Pom Pom podcast from Pom Pom Quarterly. And those girls make me laugh like no one else can. It's absolutely amazing. But yeah, there's my Kate's Fun Facts, all about my Vlogmas watching. I hope that's been fun for somebody. Hello. I left the house. It's blooming cold. Just walking the dog. Feeling a little bit better than yesterday, but still not great. So Kate's Fun Fact for today. The other question I was asked by my friend Anna when I put the thing up on Instagram is, what's my favourite food? And I could tell you what my favourite fall down is. It's chocolate or fudge or sweets. Basically anything with sugar, which for a borderline sort of diabetic person is likely to be a full-blown diabetic person. That's less good than you might think. But in terms of favourite foods, it's a bit of a tricky one. There's not much that I won't eat. I don't like pork really, but sometimes I'll eat it depending. But in terms of what I couldn't live without, I'd probably have to say bagels. I know that's not very interesting, but I could have bagels for breakfast, lunch and dinner quite easily, and cream cheese and Marmite and butter. No, so yeah, I go with bagels and cream cheese. Obviously different flavours for different times, but cream cheese goes with bagels whether they're sweet or savoury. So yeah, that's Kate's Fun Fact for today. Right, I'm going now, my hand's cold. This is what happens when I walk the dog. Been out for a nice walk. It's a bit chilly, it's getting dark. Will he come home? We're just down the road. Jonah, come on! Do you want din-dins? Come on then. Do you want to see a mummy? No. Want to see a daddy? No. Do you want to get run over by this car? No. Come on, baby. Do you want a biscuit? Are you looking in the tree because there's something far more interesting in there? Do you want a biscuit? Come here then. See, nothing. I cannot tempt him with seeing my parents. I cannot tempt him with the foods or a treat. Jenna, do you want a treat? Come here then. Come on. Literally nothing will get him to get in the car. Come on, my baby. I mean, he's wagging his tail. He's not unhappy, but, you know. Nah, now he's distracted. Right then folks, I'm hoping that today's the day. I've got my butternut handmade project bag. I'm still in my pyjamas, but I've got my fluffy jumper on. There it is, isn't it beautiful? Again, it was, butternut handmade. I think she had some in purple as well. If she gets that purple fabric back in, I might get another one. But today is the day I plan to finish my gingerbread man socks. Because ribbing is done. Leg is done. Heel is done. Heel turn is done. Most of the foot is done. I think I've got about an inch, possibly 2 left to go on the foot before the toe decreases. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I am ill at home. If I can't finish this today, and I'm not worthy of the name knitter. I don't think I've got anything to do today, apart from walk the dog at some point. So yeah, happy days.
No, he leaves this to you, please. I wonder if you might recognize this person.
I will do my best.
Right then, what do you think? They're all done and finished. My gingerbread socks. Woohoo! I'm loving them. I'm loving them. Hi guys, we're back in the bedroom again because, it's far too early in the morning. Although, normally at work by now. But anyway, so I thought I'd show you my badge bag. We might get attacked by a dog at some point, but that's fine. He lives here. It's totally okay. So this is my badge bag. It does have badges on both sides as well. So if you thought you were going to get off lightly, you were not. So in here is my Solcombe shawl, which has been in here since the summer, and I messed up some of the lace. Yeah, the last row was lace, so I messed some of that up, and I then didn't touch it again, which is really sad. So it's a pattern by Hannah of Yarnia Designs. I was test knitting for her, which as you can see didn't go particularly well, as I haven't finished it and the pattern's been out for ages. And then I've been using Kim of Alternate Universes recycle yarn. This is called Lasso of Truth, and it is almost as shiny as it looks on camera. And this one is called Steve Trevor, which is nice. Thanks Mum, I'm just filming. So you all know that I have a toilet block to go in my toilet. Wonderful. They just don't understand the podcasting situation. Oh, shall I shout, Daniel, we're podcasting? That's a Bird Box podcast reference. Anywho, so here's my bag. So down in this bottom corner here, I used to work, I was a master bear builder at Build-A-Bear Workshop in 2007 and 2006. So here we have, I loved these are my favourite pins. So we've got spring, summer, autumn and winter, and they had a bear to match each one, or the pins match the bears. This was a pin for doing birthday parties. This was a pin, I think we got all these three at the same time, because they're the year of friendship pins. That was 2006 when that was the pin, and then this is a little bunny pin, which I liked because we had to dress up as a bunny or as a bear when we did kids' parties, so I thought I needed a bunny one. And there she is. I can't remember their names, it was far too long ago. But yeah, I got a random sticker there, some stickers in there. Fun times. And then my the pool thingy is my year of friendship keyring on the bag. So then we go to the serious pin collection on this side. So it all started with, I think it all started with this one, Friends Don't Lie, which is a Stranger Things reference. So if you can see, hang on, it's got little Christmas lights all the way around the outside, and then Friends Don't Lie quote in the middle, which I loved because friends don't lie. I've got a little thing about robins, and I saw that Becky and Claire had this robin from So Sweet Violet, and I thought I've got to have it because it's holding a little heart. And then this is my Ravenclaw themed what's it called? It's Harry Potter. I'm gonna get a shot for not knowing, for not remembering even. I can't remember. It's the Harry Potter triangle thing. Oh, for goodness sake. It's like the signs of the Hallows. The Deathly Hallows sign. There we go. Got there in the end. See, my brain doesn't work in the morning. So, what else have I got that's robin themed? So I've got a robin down here, which I think is hilarious. This is done by someone, I think she's called Alice. I can't remember her full thingy on Instagram. But she does birds in caps or birds in hats. So this is a robin in a flat peak cap, which is just perfect for where I live, around Bristol. And this is another little robin, but this little robin hasn't got any legs, which I'm a little bit miffed about. I think that's all my robin ones. I think I need to get another robin one soon. Okay, so Harry Potter ones. So I've got Luna with her glasses on. I've got a Ravenclaw themed one. I've not got any other Harry Potter ones. I thought I had loads. Fair enough. Got some more on the back. And then, so I would call that like cult fiction, maybe, I don't know. But I've got some Support the Rebellion. It's also glittery. And then obviously some Porgs and R2-D2, which is all Star Wars themed. And then other like cult ones are this one, which is Batty. Again, it's glittery, from Fern Gully, and it says something really cool on it. So it's really tiny, so I don't know if I'll be able to focus on it. You're only given a little spark of madness. You mustn't lose it. That's what it says on that, which is pretty cool, because Batty was crazy. So what else is... Oh, I love this one. Biker Mice from Mars. If anyone watched cartoons in the early 90s, Biker Mice from Mars was amazing. Oh, sorry. And I've got my Never Ending Story one. I don't think it's going to focus on it, but it's the book from the Never Ending Story. There we go. Never Ending Story. And then I've got some knitting themed ones. A lot of them were around the same sort of time, so I wasn't very well earlier in the year. And I went to Woolen, and Mum gave me this sock knitter one to take with me, which I didn't take with me because I was worried about having it on the bag going through the airport and then taking it off me. But I put it on as soon as I got back. But yeah, sock knitter. And then my Woolen one, which I got at the festival. I also got Julie Knits in Paris off of Julie, who knits in Paris. And this one, the Mother Sheep Tour Woolen Dublin. So that's you, Mama. And then I went back a couple of weeks later and I got Townhouse Yarns, which have now got their own studio. And I bought a sweater's quantity of, well, it's like a fade-in sweater for my tenure or tegna or whatever they call it. And this is knit. I think those are all my knitting ones. So, oh no, and I also have a yarn story one because, you know, it's my second local yarn shop, even though it's not that local, but never mind. So then I have a Highland cow because I love Highland cows almost as much as I love Little Robins. A Red Nose Day one. This is one of my favourites. I support women in science because I have to, because my mum's a scientist. My rose gold heart Wi-Fi pin just makes me chuckle because, you know, where would we be without Wi-Fi? I got this little set of 3. I got it because it had a llama in it, but I like the others as well. From Tiger? Paper Chase. Tiger. Yeah. I think that's all of my pins on the front of my bag. So now we get to look at the back and see all the Christmassy ones. And the back has these glittery stars on, which are super cute. Now, some of these you'll have seen in my advent, and some of these I bought before advent. So, this one says, Merry Christmas, bitches. Because, you know, why not? This one says, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. And then I've got a little gingerbread house and a little gingerbread lady. And those are all from Punky Pins, I think, if I remember correctly. And then we've got the ones that I got so far in. This one was from, in fact, these 2 were from my Harry Potter advent calendar. This one was today's. And then these were from Mum. So I've got Expecto Patronum, a Lohomora, a Gryffindor, and a Hogwarts uniform. So yeah, so that's my magical bag of magical pins. And now, I don't know if you've enjoyed these tours. Somebody's already messaged me to say they enjoyed my Christmas box of sock yarn tour. Come on, there we go. Because I've been a bit kind of laid up in bed the last couple of days, I thought if you don't mind doing a couple of tours, I'm just going to do some tours of stuff. Please don't think that I'm trying to show off in any way. Believe me, you would know if I was trying to show off in any way. It's more having some actual content that I'm trying to do. But a lot of these things that I'm showing you, I get a bit disgruntled when someone's got loads and loads and loads of like yarn, and every week they seem to be buying sweater quantities of yarn, and I'm like, oh, how do they do that? I can't afford that, and I wish I could afford that. This is not that. This is well over a year of not only collecting pins, but like this one and this one and this one were free, and that my woolen one was free because I helped out at woolen. Obviously, like my sock knitter one was bought for me. Oh, I didn't. This one was as an aeroplane one from when I was little, because I used to live in Saudi Arabia, so I used to travel on aeroplanes quite a lot. I've got a little pin. Sorry, these ones were all from where I used to work. I think I bought these 4, but sorry, I bought these 4, but they were in the sale, so they're only a couple of pounds each. And then the rest of them were given to me. So please don't think I'm trying to show off. I'm just trying to fill up my days with some sort of content.
We had a really nice time with that.
Talk up!
Somebody else had ordered one of these, and I saw it. I need that. It's cocktail themed. So with a lovely bag,
Very
cocktails on it,
Mmm.
matching yarn.
I love it. Oh my goodness, these are my colours. Oh my goodness. Raspberry
And then-
mojito. That's
It's
perfect.
fallen out, but it came with little notions pouch with tape measure,
Oh my goodness, what a lovely treat.
crochet hook for picking up drop
Oh, that's
stitches,
gorgeous.
pencil, highlighter,
It's the best package ever.
Goodness, a little
fold up scissors, waste yarn, darning needle and progress keepers, and
That is amazing.
a little cocktail glass. Oh, look at that! Martini.
Gotta put your hand behind it if you're a podcaster. Come on, get it right.
Do it properly,
Come on, Roz.
Who wants to see some real wealth magic?
There we go.
And also
Hang on 1 second.
a reusable straw.
No.
brush.
That's amazing. For your mojito.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is
Amazing.
fantastic.
Here's some wealth magic.
Sitting opposite.
Get ready for wealth magic.
Uh-oh, I'm worried about this.
Da, 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 da.
Best
Woo!
chorus ever.
Wealth magic!
Yeah.
I don't know how people do it more. But on Friday morning, by the end of the morning, I was just literally screaming
Mulled
at him
wine.
to be
What
so
a
soon
lovely mug.
afterwards, because otherwise he would just be trying to get off school, like from the day he
Thank you,
was supposed
James.
to go back.
Mulled wine. Right then, guys, I've found a setup that might be slightly better than usual. Where you can actually see me for some of it. At the moment, my phone is attached to a slipper hanger from Sainsbury's, one of those like pinchy clipper ones, that is attached to a coat hanger that is dangling off the back of my, or front of my bedroom door on some yarn, acrylic yarn, so that I can sit on the floor and you can see me in my festive Noel or Noel, I don't know what Noel is, but he lent me his t-shirt, because it's Christmas time and it's Vlogmas. I haven't really done anything in the last couple of days because I have not been very well. I've had labyrinthitis, which is not watching too much David Bowie. It is actually like an inner ear infection that means that I've basically been clinging to the walls and feeling sick and dizzy, and my eyesight's been blurred. So I was given time off work to recover from that. So I haven't really felt like vlogging when I've been off work trying to recover. So I'm going to do a roundup, as it were. I've also my friends are so generous. Okay. So I think a couple of days ago in the Vlogmas sphere, I don't know how long it was in actual real time, I showed you this skein of yarn from Pixie Yarn, which is probably backwards, that I got from Alternate Universe in Cleve, and it's her Under the Mistletoe colourway. So there's the pops of like green, some red, some brown, there's even like some purples and blues, but it's all kind of Christmassy. And I put this on my vlog, and my friend, well, I call her my friend, an acquaintance, I'd love her to be my friend, Green Lampkin Yarns, who is Suzanne or Susanna, I believe. If I've got that wrong, I'm so sorry. She messaged me and told, because I said, oh, you know, it needs to go with some mohair and I can make the sparkling cider hat by Vine, Kristen and Vine Yarns. So she sent me a skein of yarn a couple of weeks ago that I think I featured already. I definitely featured it in my sock roundup, because I said it's the one that looks like mine. She sent me an Instagram and said, like, I've got some mohair that I'm not using. I've just finished using it. Would you like it? And I was like, what? I mean, yeah, but like, what? So I get this package in the post. This is going to be the most crinkly package of all. Crinkle, crinkle. Crinkle, crinkle. So, to go with my sparkling cider hat, I have some nice, it's kind of almost like a blush colour, to quote Brooklyn Knit Folk and Sweet Sparrow Yarns. It's not even like grey, it's like a cream. And then this one's like a darker cream. They're coming up a lot more different than they are. But I thought that's enough to make a hat. I might do a darker rim and then a lighter body of the hat. But I was like, free yarn, yes, thank you. And then I also have this colour, which is like a dark chocolatey mauve, light chocolatey mauve even. And this one, which again, actually they might be the same colour. That one seems slightly darker. But anyway, I've got these as well, which I think might go really well with my back cave. I've got MCM back cave yarn, skein of yarn to make into socks from Stranded Dye Works. But with mohair, fancy. So yeah, so that's the first thing that came in the post. I cannot thank Green Lambkin Yarns enough. I mean, who would have known that someone would be that generous to someone they've never met? They don't know anything about me. I could be a horrible human being. I don't think I am, but I could be. And they sent me that, yeah, I mean, like, so generous. So generous. So, I'm going to get you up to date with my advent calendar scarf. So this is Drops Alpaca Silk Ribbing, which is lovely. And then we have my Down Sheepy Lane Harry Potter advent calendar in Letter to Hogwarts. Diagali, which I absolutely adore. Bertie Bott's Every Flavour Beans. Hedwig. And now I've started on Philosopher's Stone, which is a bit slightly redder than it's coming out on camera, but yeah, still quite pinky. So I did some of that today at church. But yeah, I mean, it's almost a full sleeve. I don't think this is going to be a bad choice. But yeah, could almost be a full sleeve. Doesn't quite go around the... Oh, it gets to there. But yeah, not quite a scarf yet. But that is 4 days and on to my 5th day, and we're actually on day 16, so I've got some making up to do. But recently I have finished my gingerbread man socks, which I don't know where I put them. I wore them yesterday, so they're definitely around here somewhere. And today I finished a gift knit for Christmas, which was a hat, the Hunter hat by Tin Can Knits, which I shan't show you because it's a gift knit for somebody. Yeah, so I've been on a bit of a finishing things off streak. I think it's because it's coming to the end of the year. So I've also picked up in this bag here, which I think is Sojo. Doesn't have a tag. It's last year's. I think it's Sojo. On one side it has a paw print, so I'll show you the side where Jonah hasn't stepped on it. And it's got nice trees on the inside. So this is my evergreen sock. This yarn is Christmas tree yarn from last year by a dyer who I know is Rian on Instagram. I don't think she dyes much anymore because I know she was doing like a degree or a PGCE or a PhD, and she has like family and stuff, and yeah, anyway, far busier than I am. But this is the evergreen. So the evergreen socks have got this little tree motif around the leg of the sock. I'm going to put it on a sock blocker. I'll tell you more about these sock blockers later. That's why they're in my bag of things to tell you about. If I can. There we go. But you'll be able to see it better on the sock blocker. So yeah, they got this little tree design on the leg of the sock, and that's the design that comes in the pattern. And then I've decided, because I've got large feet, they're like a 7.5, 7.5. I don't know if I can show you this properly on here. Bear with one moment, please, darlings. I decided to do 2 more trees on the foot. So this is last year's Christmas tree yarn. And obviously this year I've made my own Christmas tree yarn. Obviously, I don't know if you know. I don't know if I've shown you. But yeah, this year I made my own Christmas tree yarn. And I put that there, will it stay? Yes, it will. So I might make some more in that. But I've just realised I am midway through knitting the heel on my second one, so I'd like to finish the heel off tonight if I can. And I think I'd like to have these done by Christmas Day. Not sure if I will get them done, but I'd like to. Just seen out the corner of my eye, I thought I'd bring a beverage up to try while I was on the podcast, so I made myself chocolate milk with the gingerbread syrup in it. Rustle, 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 where's it gone? Gingerbread syrup. I had one taste of it. It was okay. It wasn't my favourite. I prefer it in hot chocolate. I think it's better off in hot beverages. And I put it down on the floor to organise the podcast, and then I heard this little noise. And Jonah drank it all. It's very naughty because he's a dog and he shouldn't be having chocolate milk. Naughty. I didn't even think about it. So yeah, I have not enjoyed that because my dog drank it. He seemed to like it though. Liked it more than I did. I don't know if he's going to come up and be a co-host today. Jonah! He is. Hello, my baby. You're going to come and sit down? You're going to come and sit down? Here. Next to me. Oh, you're a good boy. Do you want to sit in front of me? Can't have any more of that. Cheers, love. Can you sit down? No, we're just going to stand there and mope. Okay. So the other day, back to my Advent minis. The other day I went to Tiger. And I got this little bag. So my mum and dad are thinking of retiring soon, thinking of getting some sort of travelling vehicle that they can sleep in. They're going to sit down now. And I thought, oh, this is really cute. I can keep a set of socks in there. Because obviously I'll borrow it off them. I can keep a set of socks in there. It's like my travelling socks. This little bag's so cute. It's like a little van, a little caravan. And I got home. As I am so many days behind with my Advent knits. It's not for you, my love. That's the baby alpaca drops silk thing. I thought actually this is quite perfect. I'll put in all my minis in before I wind them up. I mean, this bag over here has got like 3 minis wound up ready to go in it at all times to make sure I've always got enough knitting and some more baby drops alpaca silk. But I thought in here I could put all my little all my little ones in, and they can be stored in there when I wait. And also the letter that tells me what all the different colours are. Good boy. There you are, sat on my sock locker. But yeah, so that was my little purchase from Tiger the other day. When my mum and dad get the caravan, I'm going to hide this somewhere. So every time I go away, I'm going to have like a caravan. Probably self-striping socks. I can just whip out at a moment's notice. But that'll be cool. Alright, I think that's everything to do with my advent calendar and my whip of many whippages. So I went to my friend Roz's house the other day for a bit of a Christmas shenanigans. It's like our knit group. Basically, I was hanging out with a couple of people in Bristol quite regularly to do some knitting, really enjoying it, thinking, oh, it's so great to have that community. But knowing that actually there's quite a lot of people in our area, and probably in general in terms of the knitting community, of like chronic pain, that can't get out and go to Starbucks like on a whim and meet up and knit. And there's this one lady, Roz, and I kept seeing pictures of her on Instagram thinking, oh, she's an amazing knitter, I absolutely love her. She was coming for certain things, like she's able to make it to Kim's shop when Amy did a trunk show. Amy was trying to dye works at a trunk show at Kim's shop, Alternate Universe in Cleve. But I was like, actually, I was getting quite heavily dependent, in a good way, on the knitting community. And I thought, oh, I would hate it if I couldn't see my knitting friends, because my normal friends, no, I don't think I have any normal friends. My average friends don't have that joy of knitting, and I can't really share it with them. I can't, won't be able to pick up new skills off them, and even showing them my socks sometimes. I mean, most of them have now got a pair of socks that I've knit for them, but even showing them my socks, it's like, well, they don't understand. It's like, oh, those are small needles, which is fine because they've all got their things that I don't understand. We're all different, aren't we? So I messaged Roz and said, would you like us to come to your house? And from that message, we now have, it's called Bedminster Knits in Bristol, but I think it should just be Bristol Knits because I'm not from Bedminster. We have a knit group that happens twice a month, but I think could probably happen a little bit more regularly. I don't know. We've established it in 2018. We'll see what happens in 2019. Anyway, I went to Roz's house and she gave me my birthday present. So my birthday is later in the month of December, between Christmas and New Year. And, sorry, you'll have to bear with me a minute. I'm rummaging around in a bag. Mary Poppins. Right. So this is Ching fibre. I don't know if the camera's going to know what to do with it. It's like a richer red that is coming out. Maybe there's like a bit of a brighter red than it's coming out. I don't think you're ever going to be able to see this colour on the camera. Not sure. Anyway, so it's Ching fibre, merino singles, and I've got singles, but I never really used singles. So I was a bit like, in the Firaja colour. So I think it's Firaja. Firaja? Depends on how you pronounce your J's. Firaja. I don't know. I'm going to stop now. So it's 100% superwash merino singles, and it's 366 metres to a skein. That's amazing. My dog is now running away. So that was an amazing birthday present. But that was not it. It also, oh, look at that, it's blowing me right out. It also came with two skeins of melted Syria alpaca. And it is. I mean, my mum put it against her skin and went, oh, it's itchy. I was like, no, it bloody isn't. It's definitely not itchy. It could never be described as being itchy. It's the softest thing in the world. I'm going to be interrupted now by my father. Right, it's gone, but we'll be back in a minute. So yeah, so these three together, all the same colour, the colour that I'm not going to try and pronounce again. These two are probably coming up quite real to life, whereas this one's just going crazy. But yeah, I'm going to make a ho-he pattern. I think it's the Paris in Dublin pattern, because it's not a cowl, but it's like a kerchief that goes all the way around. And it was made, ho-he knit it out of singles from La Bien Aimée, but wore it in Berlin or featured it at a show in Berlin, something like that, which is why it's Paris in Berlin. But yeah, so I think I got enough. I'm going to hold it double and pray for the best, really. I think I'm going to still use this 4mm needle because then it'd be quite tight, thick. It'd be like a thicker 4mm needle on with holding this double will be fine, because a lot of finger and weight stuff's done on like 3 and 3.5, so I'm not worried about that. So it'd be a thicker kerchief to keep me nice and toasty in the cold weather. And also Christmas colours. So that was my birthday present. But that was not it. I'll be back. So, no matter how many times you tell people you're going to podcast in your house, apparently it seems as though your mum understands the concept and is quiet and tries to stay out of your way. Your dad, on the other hand, hasn't got a clue. Makes as much noise as possible. So, we've gone through my birthday present from Roz. Then comes everyone's goodie bags. It says Magical Christmas. It's all about the mermaids. Mine is to Kate the First, because I am. It's a running joke. So, okay. Roz is a bit special in that she has so much love to give and so many presents to give. So it started off with this bad boy. So this is a pouch, Notions pouch. It's a square one, which is quite nice. A bit different. Managed the zip after all. By Jibby Sews. Jibby, or is it Libby Roo? Could be Libby Roo Sews. So I can show you the tag. Libby Roo's, I don't know. But it's a beautiful bag with like teepees and feathers and flowers and things on. Lovely. Lovely. I got a card with a little, what's it called? Hat on it. From Egg and Spoon Studio. So that's their thingy. I think this might all be coming up backwards, but I'll show you anyway. Egg and Spoon Studio. Some soak in the colour Celebration. Perfect for Christmas. Love a bit of soak. We all got a pin that says "Keep on knitting, kitten." So I don't know if it's a Stephen West pin. It does say hashtags West Knits. West Knits are the best knits. Maybe it is from Penelope and Stephen and Penelope. It's definitely what Stephen West says. And here, and in here, we have what I think is the best stitched markers known to man, or probably progress keepers. Stitch markers, progress. Anyway, the best ones are the little globe ones, because progress keepers, these ones are. Oh, I can do a proper podcast. Oh, look at these, aren't they fabulous? Focus, focus, focus. Okay, it's not going to focus. But these are the ones with all the balls, like balls. Sorry, balls. With, this one's got, my head's in a bubble. This one's got navy blue stars. This one's got like, it's coming up like mint green, but they're kind of lime green. Got a white, a pink and a blue. I put them back here, it might focus back here. Is that focusing? Let me see. Anyway, stitch markers, best. They're really, really light. They're really, really beautiful. One of these is going to go on my birthday knit. My Paris and Berlin shawl. Sorry, I just poked the screen. Paris and Berlin cowl thing. Which might be the navy blue, but that's a bit boring. It might be the white, actually. White and red, Christmas, birthday, woo! So yeah, one of those is going to go on there. They're quite noisy as well, which is fabulous. Oh, go back in the little thing, come on. There we go. And then, in this bag, we've got two that are exactly the same, so I'll just show you one. They're wooden. Go on. Wooden sock. Like pyrotechnic burnt sock thingies. And they are stitch markers. So you can put them on either side of your sock when you're doing your heel thingy. And then, yeah, love those. And they're wooden. Which means they smell of wood, which I really like. Because I'm a weirdo. I got a little, I might put this on the Christmas tree actually. A bauble. I can't get the light in right. Anyway, a bauble with a, like a brown mini skein in it. It's a really lovely, like, wintry brown. Wintry brown? It's brown wintry? I don't know. But yeah, nice neutrally brown. Talking out of my bottom. And this is a nut. I was about to say, sniff this! This is a lavender sack thing, which does smell amazing. And I might keep that with. So some of these things are personalised to me. So yeah, we're on the personalised ones now. This is another skein of singles. And this is my one of my favourite colourways ever in life. This is hedgehog fibres. Can't get the right words out. Hedgehog fibres in the skinny singles in the colourway Fool's Gold. And why I love it is for things like this. It's that rich gold colour and then all those speckles of purple and blue. And it is literally my favourite. And I want to make a sweater out of it one day when I can afford to do so. That day is not today. And this has 366 metres in 100 grams because it's merino singles. So yeah, but this is something I said to Roz previously, like not just for no reason whatsoever. This is my absolute favourite colourway, and she had it upstairs. I don't think she had it to go in anything, or she didn't know what it was all about, or I don't know. And she was like laughing to herself, thinking, "Oh, I'm going to give that to Kate at some point." So it's one of my Christmas presents. Blowing out the camera. And last but certainly not least of the Christmas presents, I realise I'm looking at my face a lot of the time rather than looking at the camera. So I apologise. But also, it is what it is. So my last little thing was another little progress keeper. All for me. And it's a little fish. Because I did mine. The reason I'm doing Vlogmas is because I do live podcasting. I'm rubbish at podcasting. I'm rubbish at editing. Don't know what I'm doing half the time, as you can probably tell. I don't know how to add music to a video or anything like that. I don't have a computer, so I can't edit things properly in an effective manner. Anyway, so but I would do live podcasting, as in I'd turn up at my knit groups or my friends' houses and just go, this is what I've made this week, and this is the skin of yarn and things, and everyone was like, oh, you need to podcast, and I was like, oh, I don't know how to. So this is me giving it a go. Then we'll see what happens. So you might think that I've had enough presents for one day. That's birthday and Christmas. Done and dusted. Do I need any more presents? I do not need any more presents. Did I need those presents in the first place? I did not need those presents. I am extremely grateful for those presents, but they were not needed. So then we get round to Secret Santa. Great. We're meant to give roughly like a skein of yarn's worth of stuff. And I thought, I got my Secret Santa a mug and a candle and some mini skeins and some stitch markers. I thought, that's roughly about a skein's worth of yarn. It isn't a skein of yarn because I thought I'd just think outside the box. Now I'm wishing I'd spent more money, but don't we always? So my Secret Santa was also Roz. So I had 3 sets of presents from Roz. Now, bear in mind, we are meant to spend the same amount of money as a skein of yarn. Just one skein. So I would say in the region of £10 to about £18, £10 to £20. So I open my Secret Santa, and the first thing that comes out, 2 skeins of yarn. 2! Not 1, 2! 2. This one, which I'm forever grateful for, is the Wool Kitchen. It's DK Superwash Blueface Leicester in Tech Thread. If you can read that, you're a better person than I am. Amazing. Amazing. I love a bit of, I love a bit of the Wool Kitchen. I covet the Wool Kitchen. Look, it's such a, oh no. Why is everything blowing everything out? Do I have to do this? No. Back here, yes. I'll put it here. It's a lovely deep blue. Probably about there. About there is the right colour. Like a proper jewel blue. Yeah. Blueface Leicester as well. Lovely. Brilliant. Absolutely fabulous. Then, this is Manos del Uruguay Maximo. I love Manos del Uruguay. I love the ethics behind it. I think it's such a good company. It's called Fairtrade Ultrafine Merino. So I'll read what it says on the tag because I think it's important. Manos del Uruguay, the Hands of Uruguay, is a non-profit organisation which assembles women in cooperatives throughout the countryside of Uruguay. The aim of the organisation is to bring economic and social opportunities to rural women. We are proud members of the Fair Trade organisation. The location is somewhere that I can't pronounce and will not try, and the artisans, the lady who dyed this yarn, this skein of yarn, which again is not quite It is quite a dark blue. That's coming out more green than blue. And then with these like pinks, and there's a slight drop of purple at the top. Anyway, so this is where the lady lives, and that is her name. I cannot pronounce either of those and will not try. But I just love the fact that I know the name of the lady who dyed this. Crazy. And it is 100% wool, 200 meters for 100 grams. And this DK is also 200 meters for 100 grams. Together they make sweet, sweet love. No, they don't. But, you know, good times. Good times indeed. I'm going to try and see if I can get my camera to stop being an idiot. Okay, maybe that's about right. Okay, so you think, oh, 2 skeins of yarn. Thank you very much. That's all I need. I don't need any more. No. I have some brass needles. Addy, lace weight, extra sharp tips, premium. I know they're brass because I have other ones with the red lace, and they're 3mm needles and 120 centimeters. Awesome. I mean, who doesn't need a spare set of needles at all times? I wish I could pronounce this, but I can't. Terrain. It's like a fancy, I mean, people know this brand. It's a fancy brand of fancy perfume. And this one, it smells like lemongrass to me, like lemony. It's nice. I like it. Bottle of perfume. Ovs. Another sachet of soap. A pot of Love and Leche Everywhere Balm, all natural mini solution, mint and lavender flavour. So this is quite a popular balm, I believe. There you go. It's pure beeswax, coconut oil, almond oil infused with certified organic calendula flowers and essential oils. You can use it everywhere on your... Oh, I haven't tried it on my lips. You can use it everywhere on your body. And it has, like, you smell it in there, you think, oh, it smells really nice. And then you smell it on your skin. And it, like, the smell is amplified. Crazy. But yeah, lavender and mint. It really smells like nice lavender, but it also got like a bit of a eucalyptus-y, like, opens up your airways sort of thing. Absolutely amazing. I'm in love with that. So I showed you earlier Juan's sock blockers. This is also part of the gift that was only meant to be a skein's worth of stuff. Brisbane sock blockers. Just cannot cope with all this stuff. I mean, I know Christmas is coming, but it's already been like. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But yeah, sock blockers, fabulous. Who doesn't need a sock blocker? And then last, but certainly not least, I Knit New York knitting book. I've just got a couple of patterns in here that I really like. Let's see what I can find to show you. Also, photography of New York. It never gets old. I love New York. I've been a few times. I love photography of New York. I have a book of photographs taken in New York downstairs. So, we have 40-second licks. I think it's about the roads that things are on. Anyway, but yeah, a nice lace cardigan. Not quite my style, but still lovely. Brooklyn Botanic. I'm assuming they might have a botanical gardens in Brooklyn. Little hat there. Again, I mean, it would go really nicely. It's just a really nice lace hat. In fact, it's beautiful. I much prefer knitting cables to knitting lace. Much prefer it. This one's called Go Lightly. That's something I would probably knit and wear. Do my own thing with. Jane Jacobs. Don't know who that is, but that's what that shawl is called. There's a better picture of it on the back there. Try not to show you the actual pattern. But yeah, it's a lovely colourwork shawl. Lennox Avenue, like a bit of a Christmas hat. That in a red would look lovely, or a white would look lovely as like a Christmassy hat. And again, she's got a second picture of her holding it there. Oh, and as always, I mean, I haven't even bothered to check, but I'm assuming that's the Brooklyn Bridge. Look at it. Does it say it's the Brooklyn Bridge? Doesn't say. But one would assume. These are weird. This is Manhattan hinge. These gloves. Oh, you could flip someone the bird with those gloves quite effectively, couldn't you? And then that's the cuffs are like all colourworky, and then the cowl to go with it. Actually, that's quite nice. I wouldn't mind trying that. Nice colourwork cowl. Metropolitan or opera hat. I can't say that, and I don't know if I'll be able to knit that either. It's quite an intense pattern, I think, but it looks lovely. Opal clock, which is another little shawl. I wonder. Yes, the Grand Central Terminal's got this lush clock in it. I didn't know this. It's got four. Oh, I knew it's got 4 helpful faces, made of opal, and it's valued at $10 million US. No way. That's awesome. It's a cool clock. If you ever go to Grand Central Station, A, find the clock, B, find the little place where you can like whisper in one corner, and because of the architecture you can hear it in another corner, and C, they've got a underground like street food thing there. Amazing. Got to go for it. There's information about yarn crawls in New York City. Has it got? It's got Brooklyn General Store, Nitty City I've heard of, Pearl Soho, which I don't think is there anymore, String Thing Studio. This is Rockefeller Center, which again is not necessarily a knit for me, but I do quite like that style. And the back's even better. This is, that's not a very good picture of it. This is called the Sheep Meadow cowl. It's there, but it's also super long. Which is nice. It names some New York knitters as well. But yeah, a lovely little book. So yeah, that was my Secret Santa that was meant to be a skein's worth of yarn. So basically, if I wanted to take anything away from today, it is that my friend Roz is the most generous person in the world. I mean, 6.5 skeins of yarn, as well as everything else. Crazy town. Absolutely crazy town. Blown away. But yeah, that's Roz. She's wonderful. But not only is she's done all that, she'd made everyone one of those bags that's been round from the knit group. Everyone got a Christmas goodie bag, and she opened her house up to us as well. Every time she opens her house up to us, her husband made some amazing wine thing. What's it called? Mulled wine. Her son is so kind and so generous and is so enthusiastic and just the nicest child in the world. He's really excited about the podcast. So, Sam, I'm mentioning you again. I hope you watch this. Sam is the best child in the world. He was a Welf when we went round the other day, which is... Sorry, I'll sit back. I don't know why I keep needing to sit like this. A Welf. So he was an elf. He was being a helpful elf and opening the door and you know, taking our coats and giving us our presents and giving us chocolate. But he was dressed as a walrus in a walrus onesie. So he was a Welf. And he is the sweetest child on the face of the earth. It really, well, the sweetest male child. I have a friend who has a little girl who is the sweetest human being in the world that you can ever meet. But Sam is, I mean, he's just... I mean, I like going around to see Roz and stuff. It's great getting presents and things. It's lovely to have knitting friends, but I go around just to hang out with Sam. He's amazing. He's got these toys that are called the Grocery Gang that are about... They are to do with like what we would call like rubbish collection, but it's obviously gross because it's a rubbish. It's the garbage in America, and I always call them the Grocery Girls because everyone. Well, I don't watch the Grocery Girls podcast yet, but everyone else does, and so I call them the Grocery Girls rather than the Grocery Gang. So I mix the two genres of what 8-year-old children are into and what their mothers are also into to create a comedic atmosphere. Anyway, this video is now 24 minutes and that's not including the video from earlier and all the rest of the vlog that I have to add to it. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy town, right? All those things. You can't get over it. But yeah, but now I can play with them. Now I have videoed it all, I can play with them. Yay! So yeah, I'm off. Thanks for stopping by. Feel like saying San Diego from Anchorman. Thanks for stopping by, San Diego. Stay classy, San Diego. Stay classy, YouTube. And I will see you. Well, I won't see you because I can't see you through the camera, but I will see you very soon. Bye bye.
Kate, one